first thing we want to talk about, the most important thing with food photography, or any photography for that matter, is light. Now, through the majority of this class, I'm going to be using natural light, window light, and it's all going to be backlit, meaning the light's going to be in front of me and it's going to be coming into me, into the food, from behind, and I'm going to be trying to bounce that light back into it. And to do that, I use whiteboard. Now these are a little concoction of mine. This is just white foam board, and what I did is I cut it right down the middle, and then I used gaffer tape, taped it up, and now I can fold it, and I do that so I can bookend it on either side. So I typically will place one on this side, place the same thing on the other side of my food. What it does is it just kind of floods light back into the food so I can bounce that natural light back into it and kind of eliminate some but not all of the shadows. I also use just straight uncut and unfolded foam boards, and sometimes I'll add these behind the food or maybe on the side of the food or above the food. I use black, I use white. They all have different purposes and they just work with light a little differently. So it's good to have these. They're really inexpensive and they work really well. Another thing that you'll probably want to try and use is a reflector. Now this could be one of these white foam boards over here. You don't have to have something shiny. You could even take something like this and put tin foil over it. But this is a standard, just a really simple, really small, dual-sided one. Has a nice white side, which is basically just going to bounce a really soft white light. It's going to do a very similar thing that this white foam board would do. The other side I have is a gold, kind of a gold and silver shiny. This is going to add a really nice punch of warm light, and I actually use this side a lot, so I like this. It's a really nice size to it, fits well kind of in between my set, so I really like this one. Now this here is a diffusion panel, and I also have a really, really large one behind me, and this typically sits right between the back of the table and the window, so it blocks some of that light and it softens some of that light that's coming through. And this is just another kind. This is a tri-grip, so it can actually, it's got one side or three sides that are flat. The bottom side is nice because it'll just kind of flush right with the table, and you can lean this up against things without it rolling around like it would if you had a circular one like this. Now for the most part in this class, I'm going to discuss how to use window light. However, for those of you who maybe don't have a window or want to learn how to use something such as an off-camera strobe or flash, I'm also going to teach that. I have a strobe over here, and I'm going to show you how you can use these kinds of lights to recreate that natural light and get that exact same beautiful look that you would with window light. So we've talked about lights, we've talked about modifiers. Next I'm going to show you some of the things that I use to set my food photography scene, such as the textiles and tabletops.